What's good, my man of society? It is your host with the most shadow look back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that, It's free, bro. It don't cost anything. Join the madness. Now, some of the things that I see people bickering over online, right? And you hear people, expressing their opinions and disapprovals and all that, right? Which is how is a Mexican supposed to act, right? Because, I hear people who normally, are coming from other parts like Texas and stuff like that be like, they're mad because people from California say that that they're not Mexican because they try to act black or whatever people say, whatever, and they say that they're proud to be Mexican. What does any of that have to do with being Mexican and what they will, right? So everyone always has an opinion of how a Mexican's supposed to act, right? A Mexican's supposed to wear huaraches every day, put Vaporun and drink 7-Up when they're sick, of course. Call a sandwich una torta de jamón. They're supposed to watch El Chavo del Ocho at least, an hour a day. They bump Vicente, Paquita del Barrio, Chalino. Every Sunday they have to cut their grass at 7 in the morning, waking up the whole neighborhood, just stuff that, normally Mexicans do, on a day-to-day, Obviously I'm being sarcastic. Right? Everybody knows that it's true, like how you represent the raza is when you wear Ben Davis and, creased up and, you got your Cortezes nice and, shiny and, when you roll with low riders and bump oldies, homie. Everybody knows that that's how Mexicans represent, homie. I mean, if you don't know, I don't know what to tell you, homie. I'm just playing. I'm being sarcastic again. But these are just, some of the typical things that I hear people always throw out there, right? Which makes no sense to me at all. So how is a Mexican supposed to act or represent his raza? By being himself, right? Because there's no such thing, right? Because everybody represents differently, right? And everybody shows their form of pride in different ways, right? Not just with our, cultura, but, with other ethnicities' culturas, right? So not everybody represents the same, right? So who are you to dictate and tell people how Mexicans should act or how they shouldn't act? Why? Just because you act a certain way you act and you think that that's how Mexicans should act? Like, oh no, that guy's not Mexican. Nope, he watches Jerry Springer. No, that's not Mexican. No, that fool is not Mexican. That fool owns a Tesla, homie. That's not raza. That's not the raza way. Nah, ese way, that fool. Hey, I seen that fool at Starbucks. Everyone knows that the fucking raza goes to Bionicos, right? They get the chata, homie. They don't get no fucking, frappuccino. And these are just, like stereotypical things of, what people consider to be, Mexican or how you're supposed to represent or behave or carry yourself, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? If you are proud of where you come from, your roots, right? You're proud, of being raza. Who am I to tell you that that's not true, that you're not proud to be raza just because you behave in a way that's different from my way, right? If they know about their heritage, their ethnicity, their culture, their roots, who am I to say that they're not representing right or that they don't actually, have pride in their cultura? I can't say that, you know what I mean? If I don't even know the facts, that's speculating. Speculation is never facts, you're right? You're assuming. Assumptions are not facts. I can only speak the facts. Because a lot of people who claim to be brown pride and orgullo, said, Mexicano and, this whole, pa la raza and everything, but know nothing about their culture, know nothing about their fucking cultura or the history of our people, right? Pero bien que son bien mexicanos los güeyes, ¿verdad? Esos vatos falsos. That's what it is, bro. There's just people that say these phrases because they sound cool, but know nothing about their fucking history, bro. About their culture, dog. At all. False representing, right? Just trying to play the illusion, making people think that they're really, real Mexicans, but furthest from the truth, right? And just because somebody, speaks a different way or dresses a different way than me, I can't say that that person doesn't represent the raza the right way, or that he's representing wrong. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah, they're wearing tight clothes, so they're not raza, or nah, they're wearing the color yellow, so that's not, like stupid shit like that, bro. Like, you know. And I think that that's a lot of things that people assume that people say about certain places, right? Maybe it's their own way of looking at how people might perceive them, right? Because I never heard nobody ever diss any people. Like when I'm hanging around with legitly homeboys, right? I never hear them talk bad about, because we play different kinds of music, for people from different places, right? Never hear them talk about people from Texas or Arizona or nothing like that, like in a bad way, like, that fools ain't real raza and everything. The only time I see any kind of shit like that is on the internet, bro. And it's always by these accounts that don't even have no picture on it. Probably not even raza. Probably some, I don't know, some different, person from a different ethnicity and God knows where, and just wanting to stir shit up or, because they find it entertaining. And proclaim to be people from Texas or California, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I legitimately don't really hear anybody ever, going in on people and stuff like that, just on the fucking internet where you can't tell who's who, you know? But people grab that shit and run with it, you know? Because in real life, I never hear people from, from right here, ever talk bad about people, raza in every other place, I always hear them give their props and stuff like that. But right here in the internet is always a place where you can find someone who knows how Mexicans are supposed to act and behave and carry themselves, but know nothing about their fucking roots, or what it is to be raza, right? Like I said, everyone represents in different ways. Everybody has their own estilo to them, and as long as they know about their cultura and their roots and they're proud of it, who am I to say that that person's not proud to be Mexican? Who died and made me dictator of what I get to decide what Mexican is and what isn't? I'm just saying, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comment shadow. We out.